Gu Xiener decisively said, Ancestor, help me suppress him to the Marquis realm. I want to fight him fairly. This statement left the ancestor stunned, full of confusion. He then turned to the Grand Elder and asked, Isn't Xiener supposed to hate Gu Chang'e? That guy from back then? The Grand Elder remained silent, simply closing his eyes and stroking his beard. Gu Xiener said from the side, Ancestor, didn't you know before coming here? There may be more to the events of that year. Gu Chang'e hid his strength, it seems to be related to spatial talent. The ancestor secretly worried, spatial talent, although the bone of the Great Way is strong, it can't compare to spatial talent. He muttered to himself, how could someone from our Gu family possess such a devilish talent? But on the surface, he still laughed. Heartily, ha ha ha. So that's it. Xiener, do you understand now? It's good that you can appreciate that guy's efforts. Ha ha ha. This caused the Grand Elder to be taken aback, his expression one of disbelief, like a thunderclap on a clear day. The scene shifts to another place, the large ship of the Taichu demon sect, covered with lightning and demonic energy, still stood tall with the other battleships. Above, the Yuren tribe stood on a magic tool. Someone said, I didn't expect the demon sect to be so aggressive. At first, staying silent, but now they're blocking us here. Another replied, I heard they're waiting for young Master Gu Chang'e to come and kill the Yuren tribe. Surrounding voices murmured, I never thought the Changsheng Gu family would be the most mysterious family of the upper realms. It said they've existed for a long time. And have immense power. Even if this battle doesn't make them stronger, they won't weaken much. The leader of the Taichu demon sect joyfully shouted, young Master Gu Chang'e has arrived. The Yuren tribe attacked us with a sacred weapon. Now they must pay the price. Everyone, prepare to annihilate them. Behind him, passionate shouts followed, annihilate them. Annihilate them. A member of the Yuren tribe was trampled underfoot, screaming in despair, Taichu demon sect, do you know my identity? You are provoking a war with the evil tribes. You are being too much, and you will face retribution. The leader sneered, don't rush, the young master hasn't arrived yet. The real show is still to come. The scene shifted to Baiheng Mountain, Yumingkong still stood guard at the immortal gate. She sighed, with just the spiritual energy symbols here, it's hard to hold up for much longer. With the energy leaking this much, replenishing it is impossible. Suddenly, she sensed something and exclaimed, it's coming. This aura is from the Saint Realm. Inside the immortal gate, Gu Chang'e was doing his best to resist the terrifying thunder tribulation. He thought, thunder, so in the end, it can't bring itself to kill me. Outside the immortal gate, Yumingkong anxiously thought, is this his true cultivation? The Saint Realm, if he targets me, then the real nightmare will begin. Gu Chang'e stepped out of the immortal gate, slightly injured, his clothes tattered, revealing his firm 8-pack abs. He muttered angrily, damn it, do they really want to force me to death? This made Yumingkong involuntarily laugh with a pft. Gu Chang'e put his arm around her shoulder and teased, do you like it? If you like it, just keep looking. Anyway, sooner or later, I'll be yours. Yumingkong froze, stammering, wah, what nonsense. Quickly. Put on your clothes. But Gu Chang'e continued smiling, what's the rush? Anyway, you'll see sooner or later. Yumingkong was both shy and angry, her cheeks flushed, and she retorted, who wants to see? The two looked at the immortal gate that was slowly closing. Gu Chang'e spoke, the immortal gate will close. Soon. After this, it will be much harder to open again. Yumingkong thought for a moment, then asked, does anyone know you came here? Gu Chang'e smiled indifferently and replied, no one knows, except for you. This made Yumingkong's mood slightly heavy. She anxiously thought, what does he mean by that? But she still firmly said, don't worry, I won't leak this matter. Gu Chang'e thought to himself, it's like being bitten by a snake, now I must be cautious with the rope. I just said that casually. He comforted her, why are you nervous? I know you won't. The green gem bottle emitted a blue glow, surrounding Yu Mingkong. The immortals danced around her, and she exclaimed, "These are immortals." Gu Chang'e walked towards the distance and said, "This is your reward for your hard work. Don't overthink it, just consider it as me reducing my wealth." Yu Mingkong looked at him, thinking, he brought this back with great risk, and he is giving it to me? She bit her lip, thinking, if only I hadn't said that at the time. She asked, "Hey, Gu Chang'e." Gu Chang'e replied, "What's wrong?" She continued, "Are you planning to leave just like this?" Scene transition, a purple light appeared, flying towards a large ship with 3 dragon heads. Gu Chang'e was dressed neatly and landed. The crowd shouted, "Greetings, young master." Gu Chang'e thought, with this power and a few puppets, I can easily sweep the Feather Tribe, not to mention I also have the power from my mother of the Taichu demon sect. If the Feather Tribe wants to kill me, then I'll use them to set an example. The Grand Elder should have already arrived at the Xian ancient place, he still owes me a favor. Gu Chang'e's expression became serious, thinking, Gu family's ancestor, I don't know who you are, but I must find a way to get your help. Gu Chang'e shouted loudly, "Everyone, follow me into the land of the Feather Tribe." A subordinate of the Feather Tribe shouted, "Gu Chang'e." One of the leaders stepped forward and said, "If you want to fight, fight openly. Why take our young master as a hostage?" The others behind also shouted, "Let go of our young master." Gu Chang'e looked coldly and said, "Your young master." A general from the Taichu demon sect pushed forward a man with broken wings and said, "Master, this is the one. He said he wants to seek justice for his childhood sweetheart." The young master of the Feather Tribe raised his head, tears shimmering in his eyes, his face bruised, and even lost a tooth, shouting angrily, "Gu Chang'e, I will kill you. I will avenge you Jing." The leader of the Feather Tribe roared, "Yu Xian. Young master. Gu Chang'e, quickly return our young master to us." Gu Chang'e smiled coldly, saying, "Two brainless fools really make a perfect pair. Fine, since that's the case, I'll return him to you. Here." Gu Chang'e waved his hand, and his power made the young master of the Feather Tribe fly into the air. He infused power into the man's chest and then threw him back into the Feather Tribe's ranks. The subordinates of the Feather Tribe caught him and shouted in unison, "Young master." The person who was hit roared, "The spiritual energy in my body is in chaos. Damn, what did Gu Chang'e do to me?" His chest began to emit golden light, which quickly spread throughout his body. A general of the Feather Tribe broke out in a cold sweat and said in fear, "Could it be?" Before he could react, a violent explosion occurred in the sky, and the people of the Feather Tribe were instantly turned to ashes. A general of the Taichu demon sect cupped his hands and said, "Master, now that it's come to this, I am willing to lead the army and annihilate the Feather Tribe." Gu Chang'e replied indifferently, "Why destroy their tribe right away? We should learn to be merciful and give them a chance." His eyes glowed with purple light, and he slowly said, "If they still don't know better, then let them kill each other." Then, countless rays of light sped off, heading straight towards the Feather Tribe's territory. Gu family's ancestor, the Grand Elder, and Gu Xiener stood in the passage observing. The ancestor said, "Not bad, not bad. With such methods, the young master of the Gu family should act this way." The Grand Elder thought to himself, as expected, they're not from the same family, not from the same door. Gu Xiener asked, "Ancestor, there should be a supreme-level expert among the Feather Tribe spies, right? He barged in like this." The ancestor observed and said, But judging by that boy's sinister look, he must still have some tricks up his sleeve." Gu Chang'e shouted from the air, "Everyone of the Feather Tribe, listen up. This is your last chance. Today, either surrender or die." One person in the hall angrily shouted, Gu Chang'e, we have spared your juniors only because of our contract with the outside world. Do you think we are afraid to oppress you? Do you think these people can drive us back? You're dreaming." An elder of the Feather Tribe said, "As for our tribe's request for aid, the Dragon Tribe has yet to reply. It seems they want us to take action first." Another person angrily said, damn it, it's all because of his true dragon token. The great elder sighed, if we want to reconcile, we may have to ask the old ancestor to come out of seclusion. Gu Changa sneered from the outside, with wings just like us, the entire Black Sky Eagle tribe is much smarter than you guys. In an instant, Gu Changa ordered, kill. The subordinates of the primordial devil sect charged toward the feather tribe, starting a bloody massacre. Those who narrowly avoided the attack also roared in anger and charged forward. Gu Changa. Even if everything is destroyed today, we will never let the feather tribe be humiliated. Another woman yelled, kill Miss Yu Jing and the feather tribe's young master, and I will exchange my life for theirs. Gu Changa sneered, destroyed completely. You probably don't have the ability. Your realms can't even match mine. Perfect, I haven't made a move since my breakthrough. A fierce look appeared on his face, and overwhelming power poured down as he said, then I'll use you to practice my skills. In the blink of an eye, dazzling light pierced through the incoming feather tribe members, and they fell to the ground, dead. Before the blood could fall, their bodies turned to nothingness. Gu Changa was about to charge into the hall when a treasure suddenly appeared. The feather tribe's subordinates shouted, holy artifact. Turn the golden wheel. Gu Changa quickly pinched out a burst of force with his fingers, shouting angrily, supreme treasure. A massive green long sword appeared, slashing at the holy artifact. As the long sword pierced the holy artifact, it also heavily injured the two who were controlling it. A pillar of light shot toward the feather tribe's territory. The old ancestor of the Gu family whispered, does this kid want to face the powerful members of the feather tribe alone? Gu Changa stood in the air, glanced at the old ancestor, and sneered, causing the old ancestor to shudder. The old ancestor thought to himself, with his realm, how could he know I am hiding here? I was too careless. Gu Changa coldly said, a group of cowardly turtles, letting the younger generation go to die, this is your style. Below, the great elder was casting a spell to raise a shield to protect the clan leaders. The crowd roared, Gu Changa deserves to die. You. Another person screamed in fear, quick, ask the old ancestor for help. Gu Changa slowly descended and coldly said, two choices, surrender, or make a move and be killed by me. The great elder retorted, you are a villain with deep schemes, in the end, you will have no good outcome. Gu Changa sneered, I don't believe a word of that. Clearly, you wanted to kill me, so you invited the dragon tribe. Too bad I broke your plan, and now you're trying to turn it around. Yu Jing's grandfather roared, Gu Changa. My granddaughter died at your hands, and now the feather tribe's young master has also perished. Is this not enough? You still press forward, even not sparing me. Do you believe? Gu Changa simply waved his hand, and Yu Jing's grandfather's face was knocked aside. He coldly said, in the end, you old fools don't dare to act, just want to tidy up the mess with empty words. He continued, everyone, you've cultivated for hundreds of thousands of years, yet your courage is so small. Don't waste my time, why don't you end it yourselves? An elder beside him stammered, you. The great elder gestured to stop, don't listen to this guy. Gu Changa closed his eyes and sighed, since you won't act, then I won't hold back. Suddenly, he noticed a beautiful woman in the distance saying, Gu family's brat, don't get greedy. The old men below immediately shouted. Ancestor. Greetings, ancestor. Gu Changa thought to himself, a quasi-emperor, at least with 3-layered heavenly cultivation, but an excited subordinate of the martial tribe shouted, ancestor has awoken. Great, we turned the tide of defeat. Another person echoed, this time, Gu Changa is bound to lose. The martial tribe ancestor landed on the ground, his voice dignified, you killed my people and destroyed my lands. Since I have appeared, Gu family should give a reasonable explanation. Suddenly, an extremely enchanting woman stepped forward and coldly said, otherwise. She lowered her head, her eyes cold, and continued, I'll accidentally turn you to ashes. Gu Changa smiled slightly, thinking, another elder from the heavenly realm has come to join the fun, just like every year. He then changed his attitude and loudly said, heavenly ancestor. She threatened me and said Gu family must give her an explanation. She even said she'll burn down the entire Gu family's main city. This stunned the people of the Martial tribe. The Martial tribe ancestor was surprised, and the elders behind him quickly asked, "What? Oh. Has the Gu family sent an ancestor too?" Gu Changa still firmly shouted, "Ancestor. I can't defeat her. The reputation of the Gu family is now in your hands." This left the Gu family ancestor, who had been watching from above, speechless, his jaw almost dropping. The grand elder beside him and Gu Xiener couldn't help but laugh, while he thought, "This kid is plotting against me." With no choice, the Gu family ancestor broke through the passage and stood in front of Gu Changa. Gu Changa feigned surprise and said, "Oh. It's Ancestor Nanshan. Changa has admired you since childhood. It's just that you've been in seclusion for decades, and Changa has never had the chance to meet you." But in his heart, he thought, before entering seclusion, Gu Nanshan's cultivation was at the imperial realm. Gu Changa cupped his hands and bowed, loudly calling, "Greetings, ancestor." The Gu family ancestor's face darkened. "Humph, kid, you're quite something." Gu Changa responded, "Ancestor, you flatter me. After all of this was arranged by you, I'm just following orders." The Martial tribe ancestor thought, "Gu family ancestor. Why do I sense no trace of emperor-level power from him? He seems more like a bottomless abyss." An elder from the Martial tribe said, "Is this the Gu family ancestor? Doesn't look like a quasi-emperor." Another one said, "Could he just be an emperor? Perhaps if we invite one more ancestor, we have a chance to win." Gu Changa slyly prepared to enter the passage, saying, "Next, I'll cause some more trouble here. But for now, I'll take my leave." The Gu family ancestor crossed his arms and coldly said, "Humph, just wait. I'll settle the score with you later." The Gu family ancestor looked at the Martial tribe ancestor and said, "So, you are the Martial tribe ancestor? I'm afraid there's also a quasi-emperor with you. Both of you shall face the consequences." The Martial tribe ancestor angrily shouted, "Face the consequences? My Martial tribe is not a subordinate force of your Gu family. Are you not afraid of provoking the wrath of the celestial ancient world with such tyranny?" A subordinate above said, "That's the Gu family ancestor." Another woman said, "There will probably be a great battle soon." The Gu family ancestor smiled faintly, "Tyranny? Weren't you the ones who tried to harm my Gu family's young master with a divine artifact? For 10,000 years, my Gu family has never been schemed against. What right do you have?" Upon hearing this, the Martial tribe ancestor was shocked. Immediately, Gu Nanshan ancestor's fist struck the Martial tribe ancestor's chest. He coldly said, "Then let's send you to ashes first." That punch emitted a green light, causing the Martial tribe ancestor's battle armor to begin cracking. In an instant, a world-shaking force tore the sky apart, directly striking the Martial tribe's territory. The green light spun deeply downward, constantly eroding. When the light faded, a huge crater appeared in front of Gu Nanshan ancestor, with green light scattering in all directions. This force swept through the heavens, destroying all of the Martial tribe's islands and land, and even deeper places were not spared. Gu Nanshan ancestor roared, "You little brat! Did you see my power? Still dare to scheme against me?" Gu Changa cupped his hands and bowed, calmly saying, I saw. Ancestor is invincible, peerless in the world. His skills are exceptional, and his prestige shakes the heavens." Gu Changa raised both thumbs, thinking, such power with just one move. Has he already ascended to the realm of a broken immortal? Ancestor Gu Nanshan shouted, "Where is the other one? Bring him out. I will subdue him as well." The great elder stammered, I. Gu Nanshan frowned and sighed. In the sky, a six-winged golden figure appeared, roaring loudly, "Bastard! Bastard! These damn juniors!" The ancestor of the feathered tribe shouted, "Run! While he hasn't caught up yet, retreat to the dragon tribe.